You can go right now.
Okay, I'll just give it the countdown then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. So welcome to Prince of Persia. It's a puzzle platformer. I feel like I have all this stuff talked about for Prince of Persia, but you've been watching Prince of Persia like the entire time. So let's just get started on talking about like this game uniquely. We got guard skips. Let's try to perform this one right here. I think this is good. Good. Okay. Guard skips work by teleporting past the guard, even though it's a game that's two-dimensional. And the way that works is we have to set up two frame-perfect tricks. One to jump onto the screen at the right time, and another to jump past the guard at the right time. Frame-perfect sounds really nasty. Oh, I should skip this. Let's just turn off the sound so we don't have to worry about that. Two frame-perfect tricks sounds nasty, but it's like... it's not really that hard. As it turns out, this game only like processes frames at roughly 12 frames per second, which is just like not that. It's not a lot of frames. You've probably been watching a lot of games that are more like 60 frames per second, maybe even more like an uncapped sort of frame rate. But yeah, this is it's a very slow game. You can probably see it. It's almost you wouldn't even tell if I drop any frames. It's going so slow, basically.
Yeah, like for jumping, you have to press jump 2 tiles before the print jump. That's just insane when you're not used to it.
Right, yeah. This game is one of the more awkward platformers you would ever experience if you do choose to play it at some point. So it's pretty crazy. You might have noticed I did a couple of guard skips early in that level. I also just go through combat itself. Hold on. Good. Okay, skip that. That was important because I only had 1 HP left. Sometimes I can get through there with everything, but you can lose. You know, I don't want to die, so good. But all of the motions in this game are very exaggerated, and I'm very careful to press my inputs exactly as I want to all the time, because dang it, I thought I turned sound off. Whatever. That just means that I wasn't doing like frame perfect exits into levels. Whatever. This is a marathon. I'm not world record in here.
Well, you would have reset after the first test anyway.
Right.
Like after the first, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much by dying that once, I lost any chance to get world record in this game. It's pretty well optimized because you can, this game is freaking PowerPoint presentation mode. There's really not a lot of room for error ever. If you're even messing up like one small thing, you've lost half a second on the run. And compared to my current world record, I don't know, you might have like 10 seconds to go through. Like right there, I probably just lost like 2 seconds because I didn't do 3 running jumps. And that's going to cost me time that I'm not going to be able to get back until like level 11 or something. It's pretty crazy. But in addition to the fact that this game is really slow on the frames per second, I can also buffer my movement. So for instance, I'm going to press right now, and then up, and then I'm going to press right now. Oh, I'm being dumb now. Let me just hold up right now, and then press right here. Okay, yeah. So every time I was trying to explain it. It's hard to show. This game is very difficult to show how it's controlling, but I can press my buttons ahead of time, very ahead of time, and we just skip that skeleton, whatever. You're supposed to fight this battle where you like eventually catch him down there because he's otherwise immortal. But yeah. You can pretty much just buffer a lot of your inputs. This is cutscene stuff. That's the princess. Doesn't she look nice in 256 colors? So this is level 4, and we start immediately by skipping half the level. Guards can't... Come on, dude. Guards can't... they do not hear you, and they won't turn around unless they do hear you. And because of that, we need to wake up that guard and also get him to move a little bit. So I position myself in just the right way so that I can do a turnaround from a running position onto that screen, which gets his attention and also makes him move a step forward, which lets me like skip half the level. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to turn on sound a moment because I like to have sound on for the plot points. Doo-doo-doo. That's great. It's great. So we just cut ourselves in like half. Hopefully I'll get this. Okay, good. Sorry, that's a tough one.
Also, while doing guard skip, it's kind of crazy because if the guard hits you, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much. And you
if
lose
the
all
sword
that
isn't
time.
draw,
So.
yeah.
Yeah, I should point out there are no checkpoints in this game other than in level 3. Okay, got that. I had to be careful for that. We just skipped that door right there. You might have noticed. When you're in combat, unlike a lot of movements, you're not allowed to buffer in combat, and probably for good reason that they chose that, because you can kind of skip along between screen transitions, and the game will refuse to transition you until you've left like combat mode. So I can just continue to move left and buffer my actions through combat, and eventually skip the door that hasn't been loaded yet into the game. So that's pretty cool. Depending on how long you've spent on this game, the hourglass will actually show a different amount of sand in it. So that's kind of cool right there. Speaking of which, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
Yeah, mostly you notice it near the end of the game where the hourglass is almost empty, but that was dumb. Let's just restart that. I notice it because when I do the speed run, the hourglass never goes anywhere. But when I was playing the game, I would notice that it was almost up, and that's worrisome. So this is Well-Fed Guard. Well-Fed Guard is the half boss of the game. We just skip him. You don't have to fight him. It's pretty great. Also, this is the plot. This is our Mirror Me. He's kind of our antagonist throughout a bit of the game until we eventually reconcile. And yeah, Well-Fed Guard was the first time that I ever understood that you could actually skip a guard before, because I couldn't figure out how to beat him. Hold on, I keep forgetting what to do here. Okay. And yeah, Well-Fed Guard is actually quite difficult if you try to fight him in combat. But if you don't try to fight him in combat, he's like, whatever. It's easy. And because of that, I learned, you can just skip all the other guards if you really feel like it too. Come on. And there we go. If you buffer your input and kind of just start crouching for a moment there, you will avoid damage from falling floors. So that's cool. Come on. There's a certain distance where you can always get away from a guard, and I just try to make sure that I'm there. But sometimes guards are pretty rough about that. We just skip through that. That's like the only time you can ever do that in this run. So that's cool, because it does skip, half a level. That's pretty handy. Come on, don't be mean. Okay, great. That's Gandalf.
Really cool to watch. It's really cool to watch. Like this jump. The first time I saw it in your world record, I was like, why did he? Okay. Like I didn't even finish my asking my. I just understood. That's just insane.
It's weird. It's probably something that I could have learned accidentally, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it eventually came about. But it's the only time you can use it. It requires almost no setup whatsoever. You just kind of bump into the wall on the right, and you just do a running jump, and everything's fine. So this is Mr. Mouse. Mr. Mouse is of critical importance to this game. We'll see him in the next level, as a matter of fact. So
it's our best friend.
Mr. Mouse
Without him,
is
no game.
Best friend. BBFs. Yeah. This is the best. This is the it's like the best and the worst guard. If you try to play this game, this guard will wreck you. He's really nasty. But the caveat to that is, because he is so utterly aggressive, he is almost 100% deterministic, which is unique among any other guard. So you can always perform pretty much the same actions and you'll get the same results, which for a speedrun is just the best, pretty much. We're seeing right now the above section, which isn't as bad as it... Well, when you go through this level the first time, it looks super daunting because you're getting past all these guards and stuff, and it's really nasty. But I messed that up. Nice. Awesome. Okay, that's great. I didn't even get to the top part. Okay, well, that's a good time loss. Like I said, if I mess up on anything that would cause me to die, I have to start from the beginning of the level. That's the closest thing that I have to a checkpoint in this game. So.
Yeah, that jump was really early.
Yeah.
That's why
I don't know.
It can be really, really hard. Like it just pressed jump one tile too early, and then that's death.
Right, because then you have to wait like a full second and a half for him to actually complete the jump. So yeah, it's good times. But I mean, whenever you see me doing a guard skip, I'm just doing a guard skip, just like right there. I don't really make note of it, but they are difficult to pull off. It's very important that I acquire the correct visual cue whenever I'm doing them. So, but going off of a ledge actually isn't that bad in this game, unlike a certain sequel. In the first game, you just kind of clip to exactly where you need to jump off of the edge. So it's really not too bad. Stop exactly here or you die. I'm not kidding. That probably cost me like 15 minutes on one of my attempts to originally beat this game. But like, are you really? Okay, I thought that didn't look right at first. I should have just taken it slower. But you can just kind of jump through that. It'll look cooler when I actually get it. So this is kind of the big level to mess up. So if I'm messing up here, that's probably okay, especially because I haven't really messed up before this. So I'm okay with this level. It's really more next level I don't want to go wrong because it's even longer, and I really shouldn't be messing it up. So. But yeah, so I did play this game. I think my first experience with it was actually, well, okay, my first victory with this game was like 2015, in February of 2000. Yeah, that was a frame early. Gosh, come on. Choking here, Cap. Whatever. My first experience with this game was February 2015, and it was... I didn't realize that you could save the game, so, you know, I had... Gosh, come on. Sometimes when you just mess up inputs, you mess them up, and it's like, well, you did. Great. It's good that this is early in the level, so... Okay.
At least people are able to see how hard this game is.
Pretty much.
Like, there is just no room for errors. Even if you're not going for world record, even as a casual.
Yeah, this level especially. I mean, this is a level I had to like memorize and understand everything that was going on at all times. Even at the end of the level, they don't give you a break whatsoever, and it's really unforgiving. So there we go, got that. So hopefully that'll go well. I might even take it a little bit slow at a certain part to ensure that it goes well first time. Because usually I'm messing up near the end, and it's already been like probably 3 or 4 minutes on this level, and I still haven't gotten there yet. So that's not really promising. You might notice in the bottom left that there's these triangles, and the triangles represent my health right now. You can actually collect health upgrades throughout the game, but that takes time, and you never really have to. So, okay, that'll work fine. See, that gets really close, but it works out with the correct setup. This all looks really dangerous. I'm actually gonna play this guy safe. Come on, just be a little quicker, dude. Okay, I can get through there. Alright, great. I usually don't do it that way, so I was actually a bit worried that wasn't going to work out. But, the rest of this is a setup, so no biggie. Make sure you stop pressing the right button when you do that, so... Okay, so, and then if you're fast enough, you can get through there. But normally you wouldn't, so I'm going to show you why it's okay if you miss that. If you recall, I referred to our BFF, Mr. Mouse. He bails us out, so that's pretty awesome. So.
As a casual, you can't really pass before they get close.
Yeah, I mean, doing what I did right there looked incredibly reckless, but it just happens to work out. So. Okay, so now that we're done with that train wreck of a level, we should be hopefully in the clear. As long as I get through this level without dying near the end, we should not have any significant time losses. So, I'm looking forward to that. You'll also notice that on the bottom right, there's triangles for the enemy. You'll notice that the guards start getting health upgrades. And that's usually kind of an indicator to say, okay, you probably should have found this many health upgrades by now. And I usually was finding the health upgrades so that I think the most HP I ever had in this game was 6, maybe 7. But I think there's enough in this game to get you like 12 or 10. I don't even know what the max is, but there's a lot of them, and you can end up getting more than that you're even allowed to have as health upgrades. So.
Also, you have to be careful because sometimes you think it's enough upgrade, but then it just hits you for 1 point.
Right.
Like there is some little trap like this.
Right. Yeah, right there. I actually I did a frame perfect trick to make that work fast, but you need to drop that, and if you don't, when you get to the end of the level, you'll just be stuck, and that sucks. But that should only trick you once, at least once you get through the level in full. That's one of the things I like about this game is that it's kind of mean without being entirely stupid about it. It's saying, "Oh yeah, I could have probably seen that coming," but we'll see why that's important when we get to the sequel tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll be complaining about that game all over the place. This game is nice.
Waiting for the magic carpet ride.
Yeah. Oh god. I don't even want to think about that game right now. I mean, believe it or not, I got record in that game literally yesterday. Because I just wanted to make sure that I had a good time and that I could respect the people before it, as saying I'm playing this marathon game, but I'm terrible at it. I don't want to be like that. So, okay, so this is the final guard. We haven't taken any damage, so that's great. Some of the guards in this level are really mean. And to finish up, we just fall because it's a little bit faster. Notice that we take fall damage, like one fall damage there. If you fall even a little bit more, you just completely die. So that's a lot like, I'm guessing a lot like having watched them for sure, I know that's very similar to how it works in the modern games too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, falling in this game is not forgiving at all. Like compared to other platformers, right?
At least in more than half the platformers, you can rewind time.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you die most of the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did a screen wrap. I'm sorry, but we'll talk about it later because there's another screen wrap coming up. I never have time to talk about it there, but we did a pretty cool glitch. I don't know if anybody actually saw that. It just happened, Dude. Oh yeah, that was combat right there. Welcome to combat. That's how combat looks in this game. You just fight them. There's actually a way to make combat absolutely guaranteed to really never take damage during it. Okay, and right there, it's very important. Come on. Oh, dude, he is in mad mode. Come on. Okay, great. We fell there, but we didn't actually wait to get up, as you may have noticed in the previous level. That's because I managed to get a frame perfect trick that allowed me to bump into the wall at the exact frame that I'm supposed to land, which cancels the landing animation, basically. So that's important so that the guard doesn't instantly kill us when we get up. Yeah, good stuff. Also,
I love all the trick in this game are frame perfect.
Pretty much. There might be sometimes room for like 2 frames, but mostly not. We're gonna kill this guy because I'm not good. Whatever. My theory. Oh crap! This is gonna take a hit. That's fine. There's a slightly faster way to do it. I messed it up. Okay, we back up strats. So. But my theory on this game is that this entire game is nothing but an illusion by the Vizier, whose name is Jafar in this game. So, because all this is impossible. So why is it like that? But
what an original name for a Vizier.
Jafar, man. Well, it's got 2 F's, so it's not bad. All right.
That's true.
We're coming up on the final level now, and now I can talk about a screen wrap. But before that, when you get to this level, and we got 35 minutes left, which probably means this has been a train wreck. Oh well. When we get to this level, casually, it's really daunting because there's this giant vertical section, and if you mess up any of it, you just fall and you die, and it sucks. Fortunately, there's a couple of shortcuts we can take to mitigate the time spent here, but it's really nerve-wracking to play this final level. Because you probably don't have much time coming here, and you just don't want to mess up, because it'll take forever to get back up here. So, but we got the screen wrap coming up. Screen wrap works because if you manage to grab the edge of a ledge, from the bottom left of the screen, you end up hanging from the screen below. And the game's really confused because you're no longer actually grabbing a ledge on the top of your half. So it just keeps throwing you up until it finds a ledge that works. And as it turns out, for this particular one, it throws us up here, which kind of like does a sequence break. And we pick up our sword that we never picked up in the first level. And now we've merged with our shadow self. So it was a good fight, great.
Most epic fight ever.
Oh yeah, and no, we got an even more epic fight. Now we have to fight the vizier himself. And I thankfully didn't lose like 5 seconds of time right there, so that's cool. Yeah, at the very end of the run, there's a good chance that one of those blocks is going to hit you, and it costs you a few seconds. And it's kind of annoying. Okay, so this is our climactic battle with Jafar. Oh crap! Ah shit! This is not good. Okay, just set up. Okay, great. Okay, good. We beat him. Good final boss. That's actually a completely consistent setup, by the way. So, but it's always funny. It's like, oh dang it, I'm gonna die here, but it never happens.
To be fair, how easy it is. Like once I saw it one time, I tried it and I got it directly.
Okay, time is right now. There we go. So that's the game.
Congrats. Estimate easy.
Thank you. Actually, what was my time? I'm pretty sure it was garbage, but whatever.
It should be around 21. Just watching the stream to tell you exactly. So 21.
Oh, really? Okay. I guess I don't know why the
54,
time
56, 20, 56.
Okay, well, when it said 35 minutes, maybe it said 39. I don't know. I thought based on the in-game time, it was going to be terrible.
Yeah, but that's normal. Okay.
Yeah, if you get a top 6 time, you get to actually show off your high score tier or type it in. But most of mine are like in the in-game 16, 17 minute range at worst. So that's the game. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I guess that was the last run of the day. So hopefully you enjoyed this finale. And
it was great.
Cool.
I love watching this game like it.